Swarajya samrajya vibhutiresha Bhavatkripa Shri Mahima Prasadat Prapta Maya Shri Gurave Mahatmani Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namo Namaste Stu Punarnamostu Namastasmai Sadaikasmai Kasmai Janmahase Namaha Yadetad Vishwarupena Rajate Guru Rajate Yadetad Vishwarupena Rajate Guru Rajate. We will chant all and then start together. Tapo yajyadanadibhi shuddha buddhi virakto nipadi padi tucca buddhya parityajya sarvam yadapnoti tattvam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi dayalum param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi dayalum gurum brahmanishtam prashantam samaradhyamatya vicharya swarupam yadapnoti tattvam niridhyasya vidvan param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi yadananda rupam prakashaswarupam nirasta prapancham parichhedahinam aham brahma vrityaikamyam turiyam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi yadajnanato bhati vishvam samastam vinashtam cha sadyo yadatma prabodhe manobhagatitam vishuddham vimuktam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi nishedhe krite neti vakyai samadhisthhitanam yada bhati purnam avasthatrayatitamadvaitamekam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi yadanandaleshai samanandi vishvam yada bhati tattve samabhati sarvam yada lokane rupamanyat samastam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi Vijnanaukasmi Anantam Vibhum Nirvikalpam Niriham Shivam Sangahinam Yadaukaryagamyam Nirakaram Mrityuhinam Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi Yadananda Sindhau Nimagna Pumansyad Avidya Vilasa Samasta Prapanchaha Tadana Suratyadbhutam Yannimittam Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi Yadananda Sindho Nimagna Pumansyad Avidya Vilasa Samasta Prapanchaha Tadana Spuratyadbhutam Yannimittam Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi. Wow, very good. I am also happy. No, I am also happy and I am happy. See, all other shlokas, this yad and tat, it is that which, yad and that Brahmanamai. Only here it is, in the diacritical it is written Yadananda Sindhu. Here yad will not be, here it will be yada. I will think whether yad and tada also. Here it is yada and tada. Here in the diacritical you just put it yada anand. That is one more a bar will come. The akar plus akar remains akar. Sometimes to make it clear we put an avagraha sign. But generally they don't use. Yada ananda sindhu nimagna puman syat. Syad avidya. Avidya vilasaha samasta prapanchaha. Tada naspurati adbhutam. Becomes spuratyadbhutam. Spurati adbhutam. Yan nimittam. Yat nimittam. Param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. As I said that already everything has been spoken of. So, what is that Ananda Sindhu, the ocean of Ananda? Although when that Ananda Bodha is there, Ananda perception is, feeling is there, it is not the ultimate. The ultimate is Shanta Brahma we call. That is, Ananda is just before that. But in Ananda also, it is Svataspurta, that is from within. So you don't have all our general Ananda, what we get, our Sukha and Ananda, it is with contact with something, contact with a second object or whatever you may say, thought. Some thought gives us joy, but the thought is an object there, it's a subtle object. So all our joys or delights are generally from something other than me. But when there is nothing other than me, then the Ananda, which is the self parameter or self coordinate, that Ananda fills us. That is what we call the bliss also. That is the real bliss all about. So they are trying to express it in another place in the Shastras. It is there. They have compared the different Anandas. What are the Jagatik different worldly Anandas compared to that 10 times, 100 times, 100 times, 100 times like that. they define what is this Ananda. That is only just for giving an Ananda. But actually it is different from all other Ananda we get from contact. Sparsha. Contact means sparsha. This is asparsha sukham. Asparsha anandam. When there is no second. It's a swatasphurta. Swatasphurta means of its own, it is welling forth from within. But as in the earlier they have said Ananda Leshahi, of this Ananda, even a small spark of it fills the whole world with Ananda. That means whatever Ananda we are getting from the worldly things, it is this Ananda only. But it is not directly, fully available to us. It is only getting impurified by the various desires and our constrictions. So it comes and goes also. Whenever we get some joy, we are also having a fear of losing the joy. How long will it remain? So this is what they are trying to express here by saying the ocean of Ananda. Nimagna puman syat. When one is immersed in this ocean of Ananda, avidya vilasaha samasta prapanchaha, then he understands that the whole visible world, prapancha means the world made of Panchabhuta, that's what it's called prapancha. The whole universe, created universe, it is just an avidya vilasaha, that is, it's a play in the ignorance. How they understand? Because they find that the whole thing is just appearing in that Ananda, floating in that Ananda. So whatever solidity, grossness, subtlety, all those things are not applicable there. They are all ignorance, projection of the ignorance. So when one is immersed in this Ananda Sindhu, or the ocean of joy, then he understands that the whole world is just a projection of ignorance, a play in the ignorance, a drama in the ignorance. Tadana spurati adbhutam yan nimittam. Here this yan nimittam is yat. That is again referring to the Param Brahma Nityam. Tadana spurati adbhutam. Here this naha, visarga is there. In some books you will find na. The two meanings are different. Na means no, not. And naha means to us. Aham avam vayam asman nah dvitiya. To us. So here what we have taken, somehow it has come that it is to us. But both are correct. In Shankaracharya volumes it is na also is there. The meaning will be in two ways. That tadana spurati adbhutam yan nimittam. Then when we are immersed in the Ananda Sindhu and the ocean of joy, then the whole world takes the form as a wonderful, wondrous form. Why? We are not missing the substratum there. Otherwise the world is full of suffering and happiness both. It is full of fears of various. But when we are immersed in the Ananda Sindhu, then because we are in touch with the ultimate Param Brahma, the ultimate substratum, the reality, the whole world takes a different form. As in other places it is there. What is that? Juta panne wala? Purne manasi sampurnam jagat sarvam sudhadravaihi upanad gudhapadasya nanu charmastritaiva bhuhu. Purne manasi sampurnam. Purne manasi sampurnam. Purne manasi sampurnam Jagat sarvam sudhadravaihi.
Jagat sarvam sudhadravaihi.
Upanad gudhapadasya.
Upanad gudhapadasya.
Nanu charmastritaiva bhuhu.
Nanu charmastritaiva bhuhu.
Purne manasi sampurnam. It is called Sati Saptami. That's Prayoga in Sanskrit, those who are interested. That is, it is a conditional, that when the mind becomes full, Purne manasi sampurnam. All are Saptami Vibhakti. Purne manasi, these are Saptami Vibhakti. When the mind becomes full, its meaning is that Jagat sarvam sudhadravaihi purnam bhavati. The whole world becomes full of nectar. The whole world becomes full, flowing with nectar. Why? How? When the mind is full with that fullness, Purna is the Purna we are talking about here. It is not the objective Purnata or anything. The ultimate Purnata means that when the mind is resting in the Brahman, then when we are interacting with the world also, we don't find anything other than we are interacting, everything we are doing. But in its essence, everything is that Brahman or Atma. So our mind gets really, starts feeling a fullness. Even when we are interacting with people who are not likable or the things which are not likable. But you will have a lot of fullness in interacting lovingly with them also. Because your mind is full. So in spite of all irregularities, all insufficiencies, this is what we are every time reminding, that you cannot expect the world to be like you. That is only the practical way. But truly speaking, with the spiritual growth, what happens is that our mind always, it remains shining or pulsating with a love, with a purnata, with a, you can say love it is. The love means that. So even the things, suppose you have to, even if you have to kill somebody, like Arjuna had to kill Bhishma, there also he will not feel the harshness of enmity. His mind will not be spoiled by the enmity. That is why Bhishma also was having similar. When Krishna took the Sudarshana Chakra, he immediately prostrated, saying that, will I have the fortune of dying in your hand? Come, please kill me. These are all not superficial statements. They are very deep. It comes from the verse. For him, Mrityu is nothing. For him, fight also is nothing. He was supporting the other group fully, wholeheartedly. At the same time, he was absolutely sincere to his side and fighting to the best of his capacity. These are all not possible for usual people. Unless you have the transcendental dimension, it won't be possible. थोड़ा थोड़ा होने से भी बहुत है. I was thinking about yesterday's incidents, that everybody got terrified because you know what happened, that Surya was there, there were 3 dogs eating they came to eat the waste food. Actually we should not throw like that, we should cover it up. But that attracted them, smell attracted the dogs. So when Surya came out to walk, she suddenly ran there and chased the 3 dogs. So they were coming away, they were trying to escape, but all the gates were closed so that Surya cannot go out. So these dogs also finally, they must have come through the small gate below here. So they were trying to get out also through that, but going there they found that the gate is closed and Surya charged from here. So there was a big yuddha, big fight going to be, and it's quite serious because we were worried that if they bite, and they're street dogs, they're not vaccinated or so. And one of them was very ferocious. Actually, two of them ran away somehow. One ran away from the top, another from the bottom when I came with the stick, the other one ran away, but the one remained there. And Surya was not leaving it. Just, they were threatening each other with their face and sound and all that was going on. So I found no other way, so I went down and opened the gate for the other dog. So what happened is that as I opened, that dog came out, but Surya also went out, and chasing that dog, she went to the village. Finally, 2-3 people, our Prashanta and Vishnu and you were there, Radesh, no? Who was it? Vishnu's mother, Binita, all of them went to the village. They vanished. Then how did she come back?
She came bounding back. We couldn't find her. Then she just came bounding back.
After finishing her job, whatever. Huh?
She did the other dog's tail.
Vishnu is saying that she has. We never knew that. She is still a puppy. 3 dogs like that, street dogs, and we saw her tejas. So what I wanted to say, that I was thinking about it as it happens later on, I think. So I was thinking that Ma and all was very scared, and they always scold me that why did you go there? That is, their main trouble was, why did Nuthan Swamiji go there in between the dogs when they are fighting dogs or stray dogs? Why did he go there? So I wanted to say that I didn't behave harshly with them. I was only telling them that in Bengali we use mana. Mana means deer, D-E-A, deer. এখানে কেন মানা চলে যাও না এখানে কেন মানা তোমার বাইরে I was telling in a very loving manner to go out. So, but that dog was fierce, but I was talking to her fully lovingly, so why should they bite me? Whatever, I was not having any against feeling that they are non-Surya and they are not our dogs, so we should have an against feeling. That is what I wanted to point out here.
They will not understand, no?
They understand the bhava. That I have many experiences. In Delhi Sainik Farm, once I was walking, suddenly 3 hounds and 1 bulldog and 2 hounds, 1 greyhound and another, I don't remember now. Big ones. That was Sonia's area. No, not Sonia's. The Sanjay Gandhi's wife. Menaka. I don't know whose. It is their family. A huge farmhouse was there. And they had left the dogs. The dogs came out of the farm, and I was walking simply. They came galloping to me. So I just stood and said, Kire Rakhosh Kokhosh Manader Dal, amake bhoy dekhachchis keno re? Meaning, those who know Bengali will understand better. Rakshasa, they are looking like ferocious Rakshasas. So in Bengali we say Rakhosh Kokhosh. That's for the children's books and all, Rakhosh Kokhosh. And I added one mana. Mana means deer. Kire Rakhosh Kokhosh Manader Dal, amake bhoy dekhachchis keno re? Why are you trying to scare me? You know, surprisingly, all the 3 came near and stood like this. Then their tail started wagging. All the 3, it's so scary. So they understand the bhava, they always understand. The Malaysian dogs are uncivilized, that is. I have not seen dogs like that. However lovingly you may speak, they only know to be angry with you. That's very strange. The first time I went, I was saying that, what is this country? The dogs are so angry. So, Purne manasi sampurnam jagat sabbam sudhadravaihi. When the mind becomes full, everything, the world also, because what is it? That Atma or Brahman or the whatever I am, that I is everywhere. That starts shining. So the whole world changes its nature. Upanat gudhapadasya nanu charmastritaiva bhuhu. Says that you are walking in the slush or on the dust. So your feet will become dirty. So are you going to cover the whole earth with leather? What we do, we just put leather shoes on our feet and walk wherever we go, we don't come in touch with the dust. Like that, we don't have to change the world. The world will remain as it is. We cannot, and we don't have to. We only have to change ourselves, make our mind Purna. Then we will feel that everything is Purna, everything is nectarine. We can walk anywhere. It's a very good shloka from Yoga Vasistha. Swamiji has not taught this time, perhaps.
Swamiji, but we should try to change if possible, no? Some things are the world.
If you have the power, you do. To the extent possible. We are not able to change our brahmacharinis, how can we change the world?
Swamiji, how do we differentiate that? How we differentiate that we cannot change the world? So does it be passive, or how we differentiate?
No. You first of all you have to become Purna. That is the problem. If we become Purna, the world around us will automatically change. Are not the brahmacharinis changing? They have become good. People are now giving certificate that all the brahmacharinis here are very good, serving and all, loving. So earlier they were not saying like that. No? Everybody is changing. So we can change the world by changing ourselves. We don't have to. Sometimes we may have to lead the movement and all, like Swamiji did for some major social effects. But persons around will automatically change when we change. So tadana, then the world with its wondrous world starts shining before us. That is one meaning. Another, in the Shankaracharya volume it is given, instead of na, it is na. That is na spurati. That is, the world becomes anyat, it becomes altogether different, another world. It does not shine as it shines in the absence of this knowledge or the absence of this. You get the meaning? So here we will take the na, that to us, then to us the world shines with wondrous. Yan nimittam means because of which. Nimitta means the cause. The cause of that wonderful wonder is this truth. Yat nimityam. Yan nimittam means yat nimittam, for which the world shines wonderfully. That param brahma nityam ahameva asmi. Is it okay? There are a lot of shlokas in Vivek Chudamani itself. You will enjoy reading them. Meanings are more or less same. I mean, same means once you understand the immortality, it is done. Then it is an expression in various ways. The whole Vivek Chudamani is expressing that only. Compared to the last year it was an instruction given to the students for Brahma tattvamasi bhavaya atmani. You contemplate on the Brahman, that you are that, in your Atma you think like that. So it is an instruction. Here it is after the disciple has become a knower of following the Guru's instruction, then he is saying the Aham Brahma, Param Brahma Nityam Ahameva Asmi. Tadeva Aham Asmi. In Vivek Chudamani you will find that initially the Shishya is approaching the Guru, then asking him to rescue from the Bhavasagara, from the worldly ocean. Then the Guru instructs, and finally towards the end you find the Shishya is expressing his gratitude that all my ignorance has gone, and like that there will be so many shlokas there. So the whole Vivek Chudamani has a story behind with all these verses. First, saying that what a human being should do, that Swamiji has taught this time. What a human being should do. Then comes the Shishya approaching the Guru, how he should approach, what should be the nature of the Guru, who is a proper Guru, who is a proper Shishya, how the Shishya approaches the Guru, and what the Guru is supposed to do. Suppose the proper Shishya approaches with proper attitude and everything to a knower, our Shastras say he has to instruct him Brahma Vidya, he cannot deny him. If he is not fit, then naturally he will say that you become fit, do this, do that and all. But if a fit person, like Nachiketa, Yama initially he was trying, he was testing him. But once he understood that he is a fit recipient, fit receptacle, he cannot deny, he had to give. So that Vivek Chudamani speaks very clearly. Even in Mundaka Upanishad also it is like that. So we will just go through from Sloka 1 with the meaning. If any Padacheda, that means any word you don't understand, so we will first project the Shloka for a little. We will chant it and then go over to the 1A, 2A, like that. Then we will read we will get the translation over there. Tapo yajna danadibhi shuddha buddhi virakto nipade pade tuchha buddhya parityajya sarvam yadapnoti tattvam Param Brahma Nityam Tadeva Hamasmi. Param Brahma Nityam Tadeva Hamasmi. Show 1A, by that time you should change over. The truth one attains by purifying, and we wanted to make all this by, change the color. It has not been done, we will do it. The truth one attains, how he does attain? By purifying the buddhi through tapas, yajna and dana. Also by being indifferent towards kingship or any other position, considering them to be trifle. Tuchha buddhya, that they are of no significance. It is kingship they have mentioned, but it is now there is no question of kingship. But any position, the other day I was telling that subtle, we always want honor from people. We want our words to be recognized. Actually, nobody is ready to listen to others. Very seldom people are interested in listening to other stories. We want our stories to be heard by others. These are all looking for some sort of a position, some sort of an honor. So all these have to go. Somebody is not speaking to me respectfully. How does it matter? Everybody is not your disciple that you have to correct him and make him respectful. People are free to do whatever. Once, long back, in Swamiji was 24 years old or so, no, may not be, a little higher, maybe in 30 years, 33 years. He was going from Calcutta to Assam, I think, going to Guwahati. In the train, some other people were traveling. One person took some interest in him, and I was asking, what is he doing, where is he going, why, etc., many things. Spoke for some times. Then, after that, he said, I have understood, you are idle, you don't do anything for yourself, living on others' earning. So, through all the conversation, he got that. So, what can you do? People may have their own idea. Yes, it is so. I am idle. One has to say that I am idle. I don't do anything, I don't earn anything. We depend on the people. Do you get the point? So, anything can happen anywhere. When we are dealing with the government people, we are not expected that they will, we cannot expect that they will honor us or give some respect or ask us to sit on a chair or so. They won't bother. We will stand. If we have to go for some work, generally we don't want to go, but if we have to go, it will be like that. So the truth one attains by purifying the buddhi through tapas, yajna and dana, by being indifferent about kingship or any other position, considering them to be trifle, and by leaving everything. Now parityajya sarvam means leaving everything. But actually you cannot leave everything. How can you leave? The best is you will find in the Chudala Shikhidvaja story, that how Shikhidvaja was trying to attain the height, attain the truth, and Chudala was guiding him. There it is there. Finally he was about to commit suicide, jump in the fire, saying that this body is all the problem. So I want to renounce the body also. Then Chudala got hold of him. That this is not the way. You cannot do anything. The body will get perished, it is perishable. But the whole trouble is in your mind. And the instructions are there. Swamiji's Science of Inner Redemption, third volume. The full volume is on Shikhidvaja Chudala. It's a long story, very, very interesting story. How the queen, young queen, was a knower and the king was not. But king wanted to become, and going the wrong way because of the ego, every time going the wrong way. So it's a story of how the queen finally instructed the king in disguise, because he will not listen to the queen. People are egoistic about even if the wife is a knower, no man is going to listen to her. So she has to take the form of a brahmacharin, a boy, and come to the king and instruct him. Then finally he was relieved. So parityajya sarvam, although literally it means leaving everything, but actually I have put in bracket leaving dependence on everything. It is, you cannot leave everything, things will be there, but we should not depend on anything. We should not get affected by anything not being there or being there. Unaffectedness. That unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. I felt that this kind of sentence constructions will make it easy. If anybody can make it further easy, I don't know. We start with the truth one attains, that is yadapnoti tattvam. That has been taken in the front. So when we put the Sanskrit Anvaya also, we will do it in this manner. Dayalum Gurum Brahmanishtham Prashantam Samaradhyamatya Vicharya Swarupam Yadapnoti Tattvam Nididhyasya Vidwan Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi. The truth the learned seeker attains. See, Nididhyasya Vidwan. Yadapnoti Tattvam Nididhyasya Vidwan. The Vidwan, the learned seeker, by taking to meditation and Nididhyasana, it's a one-pointed meditation, the tattva, the truth he attains, that truth am I. Yat apnoti. It is not yada, it is yat apnoti. Here the diacritical is correct. Yad apnoti. So the truth the learned seeker attains by worshipping the Guru who is compassionate, serene and wholesomely dedicated to Brahman. These are the qualities of our Sadguru. And what is the quality of the disciple? He worshipping the Guru with unwavering devotion. Now this with unwavering devotion you can put before also, but both way I found there is a little complication. By worshipping the Guru with unwavering devotion, but these are sentences which are qualifying the Guru. Then we have to put two dash. Then finally I put it like this. You get it? That these are the qualificated adjectives for the Guru. By contemplation and by contemplation on one's own self. That is Vicharya Swarupam. By analyzing his Swarupa, means his one real self, real identity. And through one-pointed meditation, Nididhyasya, means by meditation or one-pointed meditation, because Nididhyasana is the, I said the other day, Tailadharavat, like the flow of oil. It is Eka Tattva Ghanabhyasa. When the mind doesn't get distracted at all, it remains on the Eka Tattva Ghana, means not fluctuating, Abhyasa. Through one-pointed meditation, that unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. 3. Yadanandarupam prakashaswarupam nirasta prapancham parichhedahinam aham brahma vrityaikagamyam turiyam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. That which is of nature of Ananda, bliss. We use the word bliss too much in a very derogatory, in a very casual manner. Bliss is only referred, generally it refers to this in our Shastras. That which is of the nature of Ananda or bliss, that is Ananda Rupam. Yat Ananda Rupam. This Yat is referring to that Tat Param Brahma. Yat Tat Param Brahma Ahamasmi. So that which is of the nature of Ananda or bliss and consciousness, the revealer, that is Prakasha Swarupam, which is the very essence of revelation, that is the revealer, the basis revealer, which is consciousness, which is untouched by the world. Nirasta prapancham, no worldliness can be there, untouched by whatever world it can project, it is projecting infinite variety of so many things. Nothing affects it. and bereft of all limitations and fragmentations. You cannot put any final boundary or you can divide it into. Everything is this and this alone. So the subject-object division also melts there, merges into one there. Now here we have used the semicolon so that just to have some clarity, this one, each phrase we are using semicolon, then which is turiya. Turiya means the fourth, transcending the three states of wakefulness, dream and deep sleep. Semicolon. And can be attained only by the vritti. Now vritti means any mental modification. It is not just thought. It can be any feeling, any bhava, anything. So mental modification is the word. Any disturbance in the ocean of consciousness can be attained only by the vritti, I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. That is the vritti to attain. It is called Brahmakara vritti. That is, the mind should be free of all other thoughts. Only a very subtle feeling of I am Brahman. That Brahman concept is already there in the mind. So to identifying with the Brahman, I am Brahman means it is not in the thought process, but we have to identify ourselves with that non-dual truth. Then it will take us to that. Finally that vritti also gets dissolved. That unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. Next, 4. Initially people, these are the Advaita mantras people practice. That Shivoham, Shivoham, Aham Brahmasmi, these are all mantras. So initially they will be practicing, but finally as the concept of the Atma becomes clearer and clearer, concept of Brahman becomes clearer, it need not be in words or in that manner. It is a feeling of identity with that. That will finally result in the complete merger. Everything is progression. Sudden anything will not be valuable. Hatha yoga, that nothing suddenly appearing, even if you have a samadhi, it won't have much effect. You will know something, but you have to have a progressive sadhana to preserve it.
While chanting, he was chanting Parichedya Heenam.
Huh?
Parichedya Heenam.
Paricheda Heenam.
Parichedya Heenam, but in the Atma Sudha, Parichedya Shunyam.
Huh? Both are same. But this is taken from Atma Sudha only, na? Maybe in the website it is Heenam. That's same, it's okay. But in Shankaracharya volume it is Heenam. Parichad. Pathavedas are there. Quite a few Pathavedas will be there. Yadajjanato bhati vishvam samastam vinashtam cha sadyo yadatma prabodhe manovagatitam vishuddham vimuktam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. That the ignorance of which makes the whole world shine. See, here it is yad ajnanato bhati. Yat ajnanataha. That means the ajnana about which, the ignorance about which, the ignorance of which. Yad ajnanataha bhati. Because of the ignorance of this truth, the world is appearing as real. The world will remain, the eyes will see the world, all the indriyas will perceive the world. But they will not, in the buddhi, they will not appear as real, because the buddhi has developed own, changed, transformed its vision, which is called ikshana. The Buddhist vision is called ikshana. That is seeing everything as Brahman. So it will not change as you are seeing the world. Nothing will change that. But in your mind, in your buddhi, you will not have the differential notion, the preference and prejudice, raga, dvesha. That the ignorance of which makes the whole world shine, I have written, because that is the meaning. Within bracket we can write shine as real. Something can be added. As real, within bracket we can add. And the realization of which makes the reality of the world vanish. That is, vinashtam cha sadhyaha yat atma prabodhe. When we have the atma prabodha, then the whole thing just vanishes. World doesn't vanish, the reality of the world vanish. World will vanish in samadhi. Samadhi we won't have the perception also. And which is beyond mind and speech, manobhagatitam, vishuddham, vimuktam, that absolutely pure, free, unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. We have connected it to that statement so that it becomes easier. Immediately, Satya. Not the Sadhya we are eating. Sanskrit Sadhya is immediate, instantly. I think in Ashtavakra, Sadhyo Mukti is that. That is, Yadi Deham Pratakritva Chiti Vishramya Tishtati Adunaiva Sukhi Shanto Bandha Mukto Bhavishyati. If you can think like that, immediately you will feel liberated. Sadhyo Mukti. But again it will come back. Number 5. Nishedhe krite neti neti te vakyai samadhisthitânam yada bhati purnam avasthatrayātītam advaitamekam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. Param Brahma Nityam Tadevahamasmi. He said by that which is indicated by the statements, not this, in the Upanishads. In the Vedas also you can write Vedas or Upanishads. Which is indicated by the statements, not this, then semicolon, which is revealed as Purna in the heart of rishis in Samadhi. One in Samadhi, but they are rishis. And which is one, non-dual, transcending the 3 states of awareness, as in the previous shloka, the wakeful, dream and sleep, deep sleep. That unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. Avasthatraya atita. Avasthatraya, the 3 states of awareness. Atita means transcending the 3 states. Advaitam ekam, that is the one non-dual. One means actually it is not even one. Because when we say one, there is a concept of 2 and many. So we should know, whenever referring to the truth, we say one, but it is not one. Often, see, Advaita is not monism. If it was referring to one only, then we would have termed it as monism, the single worshipping. It is non-dualism. It is beyond the one, because where the duality is not there, there is no question of 1, 2, 3 or anything. The subject-object have got fused. So it is a non-dualism, it is not monism. Nishedhe kriti means by which it has been, nishedha means the negation, negated. You can write indicated, you can negated. Negated, but indicated is okay here, because not this is already there. Negated by the statements, neti, neti, not this, which is revealed as Purna in the heart of rishis in Samadhi, and which is one, non-dual, transcending the 3 states of awareness, that unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. 6. Yadanandaleshai samanandi vishvam yada bhati sattve tada bhati sarvam yada lokane rupam anyat samastam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. See, in the previous verse, the first line, samadhi sthitanam yada bhati purnam. We may, there can be a tendency of making it yada bhati, because bhati also means shining. Yada means then, when. Yada means when. But it is not that. Yat abhati. Because this yat is related that param brahman. That in the samadhi sthita rishi, what is appearing as Purna, that param brahma nityam I am. Abhati, yat abhati. Here it is correct. Yadananda lesha, the translation? That a mere spark of whose Ananda, क्या हुआ? That a mere spark of whose Ananda renders the whole world blissful. By whose, here this by should be read and all those color changes, it becomes easier then. By whose light the whole world shines, and by the vision of which the true nature of everything is known. Yadalokane rupamanya samastam. The real rupa is not the rupa we are seeing. They are all are Atma. That unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. 7. Anantam vibhum nirvikalpam niriham Shivam sangahinam yadonkaragamyam nirakaram atyujvalam mrityuhinam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. Here there is nothing difficult. Yat onkaragamyam. Yad onkaragamyam is yat onkaragamyam. Nirakaram atyujvalam mrityuhinam. All others are simple. Always they will say mrityuhinam, mrityuhinam. Mrityuhinam means janmahinam also. That we don't remember. We don't like to die, so mrityuhinam attracts us. But there is no question of death when our separate existence has no meaning. When we will become mrityuhinam? When we identify with something which never changes. That which is limitless, anantam, encompassing all forms, Vibhum, Nirvikalpam, the womb of Nirvikalpam is womb of everything. यहाँ कैसे चला है? Oh, acha. No, but womb of everything has come away from somewhere else. No? Oh, Vibhum, Vibhum. Encompassing all forms, that we have perhaps expressed. Womb of everything. No, something has happened. From somewhere it has crept in. We have to correct it. Which is free of all desires, that is Niriham, auspicious, Shivam, free of all Sangha, that is Sangahinam, clinging, and can be attained through Omkara. And which transcends forms, that is Nirakaram, is the ultimate brilliance, Atyujvalam, beyond death, that is Mrityuhinam, that unchanging Supreme Brahman am I. Only that Nirvikalpam word has got. Sarva Yonim somewhere was there, no? Huh? That was the womb of everything. Somewhere in a shloka. That yoni was there. No, here it is there, that is why we have given. No? Anyway, we will do it. It should be Nirvikalpam, means which does not have any. Any doubt is one, but here it is not that. Which does not have any transformation, any alternatives. Alternatives, alteration also you can say. Which doesn't undergo any change. The eighth. Yadananda sindhu nimagna puman syat avidya vilasa samasta prapanchaha tadana spuratyadbhutam yannimittam param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi param brahma nityam tadevahamasmi. That ocean of Ananda, immersed in which one no longer is deluded by the world. That is only a projection of ignorance. World, that is only a projection of ignorance. That essence, because of which everything wondrous shines forth before us, that eternal Supreme Brahman am I. This is okay, I think. No? Any question or doubt there?
Only here word to word meaning. Word to word meaning.
This eighth one. Eighth?
Some words are clear, some are.
Yadananda Sindhu. Yat Ananda Sindhu, the ocean of bliss or Ananda. Nimagnaha. Nimagnaha means completely immersed. Puman Syat, one, the person. Syat means when he is immersed. Avidya Vilasaha, it's a projection of ignorance, a play, a game, a dream of ignorance. Samasta Prapancha, the whole world becomes the play in ignorance. Tada nah means to us. Then to us, sfurati, it appears, projects as. Adbhutam means wonderful. Yan nimittam means yat nimittam, which being the ultimate cause. Actually it is not causal. We are saying cause, but it is beyond the cause and effect chain. If it is a cause of the world is an effect and this is the cause, then naturally the question will be there, how did this come? It is not in the objective plane where causality is applicable. It is the subject-object, it is beyond subject-object division. But still it is the substratum on which the whole thing is just appearing. It is not a parinama srishti, I said the other day, that you have given a material which is the causal material from which you are making the world. It's not like that. The world is just as in dream. We have not used any material, but the whole dream world appears there. In the consciousness, this is the power of the consciousness, it can happen. Here it is. Naha, ठीक है. Then the diacritical is wrong. It should be NaH dot. Then Param Brahma Nityam Tadeva. Oh, some questions are there. Achha, tomorrow I think I have a class for 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes which can be fully question answer. That need not be restricted to Vijnana Nauka, it can be anything, but you have to give the questions in a slip beforehand because it is live streamed. Unless the questions are read out properly, they will miss it. So like this it should be written in an handwriting which I can read and I don't have a headache. Achha, 2 questions are there, I will just go through. It is 10:10, is it okay? I can go through 2 questions. How can I remain established in the self while living in the world? Because when I am very upset, I move from my center and I get lost, either in the events or their outcomes. What is the right way to recenter myself? Because during those moments I am unable to introspect as well, since the situations are tormenting. You will not be able to do what you want unless you reduce your attachment to the worldly things. Attachment means your too much of indulgence or interest in money, property or relationship or whatever we mean by the worldly things. As long as the world is occupying our mind, this will be the fate. So we have to come away from the worldly indulgences. To the extent we come away, as Srimad Bhagavatam says, the more we come away from the world, we come closer to God, like that. So we have to discover our fulcrum, discover our center, and other things, the centrifugal force they are creating, they have to be reduced. One is creating centripetal force by this kind of whatever we are doing now, or you read or you meditate, they are creating some centripetal force to keep you to the center. But the centrifugal force, those who are distracting you, taking you out, they are also strong. So centrifugal forces have to be parallelly, simultaneously reduced. Then the centralization will be proper. Does it mean? So you have to find out where all you need correction. क्या है उसमें? पैसा चला गया तो भीख मांगने से क्या है? I always say exam. You are so worried about the result that you are not able to study. You have in your mind, you think that you have failed. And the father has sent you away. You are wandering on the street. How does it matter? Wander, it's nice life. Then immediately all the trouble will go and you will be able to study and have good marks in the exam. But don't think that by that I will have, then you will not have. So, we have to take things lightly. We are giving too much of importance to our life in this world. If we can reduce that, the life will become much more perfect soon. Too serious about our own life. कितना प्लान करते जाते हैं? कितना प्लान आपका हुआ है सक्सेसफुल? You look back from childhood, how many plans you have been able to work out? Still we will go on planning till the body falls. Plan जो हो रहा है वो तो providential plan है. The providence, it's all God's plan or providence's plan which is working. That you will easily understand if you look back and find out from childhood how many plans you have made. Even what you wanted to study also got changed because you did not get the admission there. So everything is planned by the providence. Why not we simply flow with the providence? Life will be so joyous, so perfect also when we flow with the providence. Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana, the steps. Now a person having done sufficient Shravana and Manana could not complete Nididhyasana and the body falls. What will happen to him? What Shastras say about the fate of such an individual? I have not read the Shastras so much to answer this, but I can understand nothing will happen to him. What will happen? His body will fall, along with that the mind will also go, the buddhi will also go. He will become mukta. He will become free. Our freedom is only to have jivan mukti. When you are living, that is wherever we are feeling the bondage in our mind, intelligence and emotions, those bondages have to be relieved. By our sadhana, those bondages have to go. If the body falls, what can be done? Whatever you have attained, that much, that's all. After that, then Bhagavad Gita says that you will be born in such and such place and all. Go by that, expect that and be happy that I will be born in a Srimatam Gehe, Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. That will... Any Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe, those who are getting born, they are having the good spiritual background. There lies the truth. It will take time to explain that. So, that this Atma will go and get born there, it is not like that. Whoever is getting born in such a house will have a good samskara. Because of the parents, their lineage, their earlier, those who are getting born, they will have good samskara. So they will proceed from there. Okay, you have something, no?
Jai Guru. So Swamiji has completed Vijnana Nauka. I think you all found it very beautiful and very enlightening. And we will be signing off soon to prepare for Pushpa Samarpanam. But before we do, I just wanted to briefly share with everyone. We have been announcing Nutan Swamiji's upcoming Delhi retreat. We announced it 2 days ago. Puja Swamiji also spoke about it yesterday. So we thought we could just give you a very brief glimpse of what actually takes place in a retreat with Nutan Swamiji. Generally, he has these retreats during his sadhana shibirams, which take place in our centers, in CRD Delhi, CRD Jamshedpur, also in SIRD Malaysia. So the one coming up in September will take place in CRD Delhi. This was a photo with one of the previous retreat groups.
Hey, Vivek is there.
Vivek is there. Sanjay is there.
Sanjay is always there in Delhi.
Sanjay is inherent part of Delhi. I think from this group only Vivek is there.
Carry on.
Oh, okay. Dr. Jyoti said she was also there, but somehow she got missed out of the photo. So this is actually outside the satsang hall where most of the programs take place. Now, because it's in the center, essentially the routine is quite similar to what takes place in ashram. We start with morning prayers, and there will be silent sitting, but whether it happens before or after the prayers, that depends on the schedule. And in all the centers so far, silent sitting has become a very important part of any retreat. So here you can see the photo on the left is actually in CID Jamshedpur, and the one on the right is in SID Malaysia. So mostly silent sittings will take place as they have been done here, with the brief playing of the shloka, and then simply sitting silently and effortlessly. But sometimes Nutan Swamiji himself will come and guide the session. So morning classes tend to be focused on Upanishadic sadhana. Nutan Swamiji will either take a particular text or perhaps take a selection of shlokas from various texts, showing us how to apply the sadhana of the Upanishads and make it part of our daily lives. Now, in these retreats, the numbers are generally quite small. It can range from anything between 10 to
12, because Jamshedpur we don't have enough space to host people.
I think in Delhi there have been slightly bigger numbers.
Delhi we can have up to 25, 26.
So the photo on the left is actually the classroom in CID Jamshedpur, and the one on the right is in CID Delhi. So that's where the classes will take place. And because it's a small group, mostly during the retreats, the morning sessions are exclusively for retreat participants only. Outsiders don't come in, but the evening classes, which are usually focused on Bhagavad Gita, most of the time they tend to be open to the public. Whether that will be the case in this upcoming retreat, is yet to be decided. But when it's an open lecture, then it's in the bigger hall with more people, and it becomes more of a public lecture.
No, but the participants are...
And participants generally are given the front row.
And given some table
and, yeah,
also
given more... The
more
priority is
honor,
always to
more
the
honor
participants. And like the guided introspection that we gave you a little teaser of, that becomes an integral part of every retreat with Nutan Swamiji, and it becomes a lot more fleshed out. So like today what we did was we've asked the participants to briefly write down the gist of all the introspections that have been done over the past 5 days, and this will be given to Nutan Swamiji to go through. But in these retreats, every day there is some kind of feedback or whatever is written is given to Nutan Swamiji, and a lot of times even the lectures are based on what is written, because that gives a very clear picture of where our minds are at and what is needed for us.
Sometimes the discussion on one question goes on for 2-3 days. If people are open and if they don't find it awkward to discuss in presence of others. Because some little association grows only few people. So finally they end up discussing their personal problems also openly. These are having very good effect, because unless it is one thing to discuss one-on-one, another when in presence of others you are openly saying something. It takes away the ego. Otherwise why we are hiding? Because of the ego.
There was 1 year where we had to write like what we've been asking you to write. And then suddenly Nutan Swamiji called us one by one to sit in front of the group and read out the entire thing, whatever we had written. But that had a huge effect on everyone, both in terms of looking at ourselves.
You were participant.
I was participant, and also with each other, because everybody became very open with each other, and we realized we're all going through the similar things. There was no judgment. It was very powerful. It was a very powerful session. Then we have chanting and reading sessions, generally during the retreats. Here you see Arvindan conducting a chanting class in Jamshedpur. And the reading sessions mostly are sessions where we read sections of either books or articles written by Nutan Swamiji or Puja Swamiji or Ma, where there's a lot of learnings for us in terms of our sadhana. And discussions take place from what we understand, how we would incorporate those messages in our lives. And everybody who has participated so far has shared that they have found these sessions to be extremely beneficial in the sadhana. And then this is everybody's favorite part of the retreats. Everybody will finish tea and then anxiously wait at the gate for Nutan Swamiji to come for his evening walk, and then and all go off together. And in Jamshedpur, there are a lot of very nice parks close by. So sometimes when the weather is good and there's enough time, we go to one of the nearby parks. But CRD Delhi, the grounds itself are huge and extremely beautiful. So just walking around CRD Delhi is more than enough. And I think quite often we do at least 3 rounds with Nutan Swamiji, where sometimes you just walk in silence or you have all sorts of discussions taking place. And that's always one of the more very enriching aspects of the retreat. And in all this, because you have that close, small group having close interactions with Swamiji, those interactions have a lot of effect on our personality. So whether it's during walking, this photo on the right took place in CRD Jamshedpur, where it was a small group. So every night after the lectures, which were public lectures, the group will gather in Swamiji's office and just have a sharing session, or any doubts that needed to be clarified, or simply just spending time. And those are very precious, rare moments which have more effect than we understand. It's that osmosis that Nutan Swamiji is always talking about. So just a reminder, the Delhi retreat will take place in September between the 13th and 21st. And if you are interested, do let me know, or Shoma, who's sitting right in the front row. And you can write into programs@bhumananda.org and we will send you the application form. Okay, so we will conclude our live stream now, and we will reconvene at 10:30 for Pushpa Samarpanam. Jai Guru.